Welcome to Finance Revealed. Watch the complete video to discover new market secrets. Subscribe now.
I'd love for you to expand a little more on your thoughts on the Cardanos and the Solanas and maybe the BSCs. Let's just say Ethereum 2.0 launches without a hitch. It's perfect. Where do you see those Ethereum interoperators or more scalable versions? Where do you see them if ETH2 is good?
The answer is I don't know, but usually there are different people who want to use different things because they're cheaper, they're quicker, it's easier, less regulated, whatever the answer is. And that's why we don't all coalesce around one. Can there be 10 ETH competitors? No. Can there be 4 or 5? For sure. Because that's pretty standard stuff. Like, how many PC manufacturers are there? I mean, basically a bloody PC is a PC. And then there's a Mac, so there's basically 2 systems. But PCs, how many manufacturers are there? There is a bunch of them, and you use different ones for different reasons. But I think it's the same kind of thing.
Cool.
Do you think that Cardano is equally a part of the conversation as some of these other networks that actually have people, using them?
No, I mean, I own a bit of it, but I don't think so yet. I see a one-sided network effect still. I know there's the African deal and stuff, but you can buy stuff like that. The reality is how much actual interconnection between all of the people on the network, applications being built on it, there's not enough yet. That's okay. We don't know the answer, but we have to be honest with ourselves and say, okay, well, we'll give it 5 years, and if in 5 years it doesn't really take off, then the token's not going to be worth as much as it is today. Now, will it be worth 0? No.
So Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I believe Ethereum weighted even more so, are the 2 biggest coins in your portfolio. What is the 3rd coin in your portfolio?
Interesting enough, how I did this was I chose Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I switched. I started with Bitcoin, I then added Ethereum, I then switched. Then I just did an equally weighted basket of a bunch of all the other protocols, DeFi, other stuff. So whatever ends up appreciating the most at any one point will have the highest weighting. But I've not made a macro bet on a single other one. Then I've started taking macro bets on social tokens. But these are smaller, less liquid things. So you can't take a huge value of your portfolio because it's very early. So as a risk thing, I'm like, yes, I want some social tokens and I want a bit of the metaverse too. So that's how I've constructed it. So I don't have any difference in weighting in my head between Cardano, Polkadot, Aave, any of this stuff. And they're all different things, different use cases. But I said, look, I don't know. I'm not smart enough, and it's not my job. I mean, I don't do it with the S&P 500. I'll just buy the market if I'm trying to express the market view.
Would you mind sharing some of those smaller tokens you own, or if you don't want to, that's perfect.
I try not to do on the small stuff because you get accused of being a shill.
Okay.
Right. And
for sure.
And then it just makes my life more complicated on social media because people think I've got an axe to grind and that everything I say is then about driving my own bags. So I don't do that. And I've been pretty honest. I said, people say, well, what about XYZ? I'm like, yeah, I own it as part of a basket. So I don't really care about it. But I'm watching it and I'm interested in it, but I don't really care. I really care about Ethereum. I really care about Bitcoin. I don't really do care about the social stuff, but I won't talk about what I'm doing in it because I don't want to be that guy.
That's fair. Believe me, I get it. I want to zoom out more of a bigger picture. For a new cryptocurrency investor, what's maybe the biggest piece of advice you would give somebody entering the crypto space today?
The piece of advice is, what do you want out of it? What are you looking to do? How old are you? What is your risk tolerance? Are you looking to learn? Do you want to figure out how markets work and this looks interesting to you? Well, then decide, okay, in that case, don't go all in. Just put a bit of money in and get a feel for it. Get an understanding of what these different things are, what project really works for you, and enjoy the process of learning, losing money, making money, being the dumbass, and then thinking you're a hero and then realizing you're not. All the things that every person who ever invests has to go through. Do it and enjoy it. And if you can write notes so you actually learn, it's really, really useful. If on the other hand, you're saying, okay, what I want to do is I want to get exposure to this space because I want a long-term investment. I want to build a significant thing like I would have done to my 401k, or in addition to my 401k, then that's a different conversation. What you would do is start looking for portfolio allocation, which is, okay, safety first. You want the highest quality product with most of your money in it. So that would be Bitcoin. And then you probably want Ethereum, a decent size, because the network effect and its use cases are so enormous. And then after that, you start thinking like I'm thinking. It's like, what do I know about the next part of this? Do I have any informational edge? Do I just buy the Bitwise 10 and just do that? Is that a smarter way of getting that investment? Probably. And then maybe in a couple of years' time, when you're starting to understand areas that really excite you, it might have been DeFi, it might be social tokens, it might be anything, it might be NFTs, that you can start then allocating a bit more of your own money into those bets. So that's how I play it. It really depends what kind of thing you're trying to get out of it. You can get both out of it as well. You can put your regular dollar cost averaging plus a few lump sums in as you go, and you can have a trading account and lose all the money and be the complete ape. And that's okay. You can be both.
Let's say you weren't the successful businessman and investor that you are. Let's say you had a risk profile of you're relatively young, and you don't have a lot of money, maybe $1,000, but you wanted to take advantage of hopefully the best part of the rest of this bull run. How would you turn $1,000 into $1 million? Like, what would you do if you had nothing?
You never start an equation with that. Right? That's just not investing. What you're doing there is wildly speculating in the desperate hope you're going to make money. The answer is, what you should be saying is, how can I maximize the return out of my $1,000 without losing it all? So will Bitcoin go up as much as Ethereum over this cycle? I don't know. Are either of these going to go to zero? No chance. Can I write my $1,000 off and say, I don't care, I'm going to flip it into Doge? Fine, you're just speculating. So, there is no get rich quick. It doesn't work in this world. That's just pure gambling. And you might as well just go to Vegas with your $1,000. So the answer is, you can never approach it that way.
I appreciate it. Keeping me level-headed. I like it.
For sure.
Because whenever, honestly, and we've all done it, I can make this out of this position. Almost always guarantees you never do, and you generally lose money because you're just coming about it in the wrong way.
Cryptocurrency, crypto winter, cryptocurrency day trading, cryptocurrency mining, cryptocurrency quotes, cryptocurrency regulation. Is cryptocurrency legal? Cryptocurrency wiki, crypto options, cryptocurrency